Welcome back to Joel's Sports Cards and our latest installment on the 5C series, conversations with content creators in the card community. And today we have Dgen Rips. Dgen, say hi to the people.
It's good to be here with a great guy, Joel. I know he's very passionate, very happy-go-lucky guy. I love watching his stuff. So it's cool to be here. It's cool to be here.
I am passionate and I am happy. I hope I am as lucky as you are, my friend, because you pull fire on your channel. But let's get into the name, Dgen Rips. How did you come up with it and what does it mean?
I'm just a total degenerate gambler. Like, you read about people online that are just throwing money on. I'll tell you what, to put it into perspective, when COVID kicked off and every sport was shut down, every sports league, I was betting on Argentina women's basketball. That's how much of a degenerate I am.
Did you have any idea of these players? Did you do research or were you just basically throwing money?
No, I needed action. I was just throwing money around. That's my name, DJ. Like, you know, I mean it wholeheartedly. I am a sick, degenerate gambler. And I don't hide it. I am who I am, and put it all out there for you guys.
But you open stuff, right? And what I've noticed is like people want to see what the high risk, high reward product is, even if it's kind of crummy and it has like not that high of a potential return on investment. And you just put new content out consistently, and that feeds the algorithm. So the Dgen lifestyle fits in well with what the YouTube algorithm wants.
Yeah, no, it makes sense because very few channels rip packs of every single sport, you know, open boxes of every sport. And if I'm out with some friends and there's a basketball game on, until about, I'd say I started making this channel, I never paid any attention to basketball. It's like if something's on TV, we're watching it, I need some action. So when I started to go back a bit, I started opening packs of cards maybe in around December of last year. And I got into it, met a friend of mine at my birthday. We were having a birthday dinner. I was talking to him. He had a card collection he was showing me. I had collected when I was maybe 7, 8 years old. We moved. My mom threw out all my cards, everything. And I was like, you know what? Why not? I wanted to buy a pack of cards. So I bought a prestige blaster box, like some garbage. And
the definition of Dgen right there, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I was hooked right there. So then I started opening more and more. And then I noticed myself opening basketball, baseball, soccer, like stuff I knew nothing about, just total Dgen mode, ripping everything. And I was like, my friends knew I was doing this stuff. And I was like, I want you guys to watch. I want you guys to see me open this stuff. So I made a channel where they could see everything I was opening. And that's sort of the whole meaning behind this is I'm just a degenerate gambler. I have to rip something every day. There's always new stuff coming out. It's like if I limit myself to football, then I'm only ripping stuff once or twice a month. Like come on. Like I need action. I need some skin in the game. But that's sort of that's the whole story behind the channel, the name, where my content comes from. Just a guy that's itching for action. And in sports cards, it's like it's not all or nothing like actual gambling. If you get a good card or even a decent card, it could go up a lot in value. It's just like it's a step above actual gambling. There's more investing and skill and timing involved. So it's more intuitively just fun than actual gambling stuff.
For sure. I mean, if you have money on a game and that game loses, it's over, right? You have no amount of value there. But you could buy a card of a player, they have a cold streak, it still has value and it has the ability to rise back up. So it's a different thing with also similar elements. I'm totally tracking with you. So when you see product on the shelf, Do you ever say no to something? Is there a thing where you're like, dude, I don't even want it? Or does it really feel like, hey, I just saw something new, I'm gonna put it on the feed?
Yeah, no, that's how it is. If I see something new, it's like, I could do at least a bit of good. One, it's fun to open to see myself if it's good or not, and then I could save hundreds of other people time and money for if they want to buy it or were interested. Like that select baseball stuff that's just catching dust, collecting dust on the shelves. Someone's gotta be honest. Go in there, open it, save other people some time, some money, and yeah. So I don't really say no to things. It's a problem. I don't say no to things that often.
I actually have a blaster of select baseball right now,
Yeah.
and I bought it with the idea of telling people to not buy it,
Yeah.
which sounds weird to somebody that doesn't understand the
Yeah.
YouTube community. But
Yeah.
some of the most successful videos are the like,
Yeah.
do not buy
Oh
videos,
yeah.
because people want to get that information of
Yeah.
what is this thing that's sitting on the shelf. A, it's the thing they see and could actually get a chance at ripping. And B, is there any hope for it? So the next video from this, I hope, is actually going to be me doing the select 2022
Awesome.
baseball. It's
Yeah. Yeah.
absurd that they only put 12 cards in a blaster.
Yeah, that is so crazy. I got really lucky in mine. I got some decent cards, but still, guys, stay away from that stuff.
Yeah,
Stay
yeah, it's one
away.
of
Stay
those things
away.
you can say the small sample size of my rip doesn't
Yeah.
equate what you should expect for yours. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But also what you were saying, like opening some of that illumination stuff. Like I only do that because no one else does, and I know people are curious because I'm curious what's in it. I always see it everywhere I go, and I always want to know what's in there, what it is, and say, you know what? Let me sacrifice 25 of my dollars to the card god, so all these thousands of other people that are curious can not be curious anymore and just pass on it, save their money. So yeah.
Well, and number one, you do have thousands of people watching your channel, which is incredible. Within a year, less than a year, you've gotten
Yeah, it
there.
makes no sense to me. It really doesn't.
Well, your branding's on point, man. Like it's pretty clear through when you watch a video. Here's what I do. You kind of like, as you're ripping it, talk about this thing very naturally. And it's actually, okay, what is this? I have a question that I ask each of the channels. What's your niche? It's like, I actually knew what you were going to say to this
Yeah.
question before this interview, which isn't always the case when I talk to other
Yeah.
channels who are just like, I don't know, I rip football cards, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So did you is there anything that you see maybe tweaking or kind of adjusting in the niche that you have for Dgen rips in the future, or does it feel like,
Yeah.
oh, I'm on this track and it's going good?
So I mean, yeah, there's this yeah, there's this vision I had. It was very short-sighted. I never expected this many subs, viewers. Really, I set a goal like at the beginning. I'm going to get 50 subs in a year. That was genuine goal. I didn't think I'd get any more than that. So thinking in terms of beyond that. Now I've changed the mindset from small thing to career. Who knows where this is going to go? Try to stay humble and stay on the right path. But yeah, in terms of tweaking things, I don't want to tweak too much, but I want to focus more on the investing part. So what I do full time is I trade stocks full time. I just graduated with a degree in finance. I love investing, and I would like to add the investing element more to my channel. Which players I'm buying, when I think it's the right time to sell. Just simple tip. There's a lot of overlay when it comes to stocks and investing in any assets, any commodities like sports cards. I'd like to try to help people in that, try to move more towards an investment minded channel and keep the degenerate gambling talking going, but more investing, like some simple tips. Like I'll just throw one out there, something similar in stocks. Everyone tries to, buy the bottom on a stock, tries to get in, tries to get a bargain, tries to get in low because they think that's the biggest returns. But in reality, all the data and all the best stock traders in the world say, buy high, sell higher. So I see a lot of people like, oh, Baker Mayfield, he moves to a new team. He's a good buy low opportunity. But then I would say, look at a guy like Josh Allen. His cards have gone up a lot. It's expensive. He still has never won a Super Bowl. He's never won an MVP. That's where you want to put your money. That's where your odds are. That's, just stuff like that, some stuff like that. Whereas with stocks too, like some stock gets totally destroyed, like Zoom, for example. We're on Zoom.
Shout out.
Like everyone's like, oh, I gotta buy Zoom. It's so low. It's gonna go back to $200. But it could go to zero. It could keep going lower. So stuff like I want to stay with the Dgen gambling. I want to have fun, but I also want to pivot a bit more towards investing and helping people in that regard. So yeah,
that's first of all great advice, and it's a concept that I feel like everybody who just listened, like little light bulb went off, and they're like, hey, that actually is maybe what I should do and think more, because the dip is actually a weirdly attractive thing. Oh yeah, but it's the least attractive, which is weird.
Yeah,
you're attracted to it because it's the least attractive.
Exactly.
Thing. But then you have somebody like Josh Allen, or Patty Mahomes right now too.
Yeah.
Who's like, hey, well, actually, Patty might not be the best example because of how high he actually was.
Yeah.
But who's the person that could get to where Patty was that's not there right now? And that's the advice that I think is awesome. So that is a little tip that if you are watching this for the first time, requires you to go and sub Dgen Rips, aka Invest Rips for the future.
Thank you.
Keep doing that. Let's go to another question. Let's just talk about strengths of the hobby right now. Good things, positives of what you see going on, either on YouTube or in the card community overall.
So yeah, the best thing is easily the community. Oh, it's just absolutely incredible. The amount of people that reached out to help me when I first started, that were in the community. A guy named Josh in Mississippi, him and his son watch my videos. He's been in the hobby for a long time. He's a bit older than me. And he's told me, the best place to find, I didn't even ask him for help. I didn't give him anything. I didn't plug his channel, nothing. And he wanted to help me because he saw a lot of potential and that my channel would be good for the hobby. So he wanted to help. Reached out to me, got me some Chronicles Mega Box that I couldn't find at retail price, shipped it out. He tells me where to look for all the products, and just people like him. And there's another guy I want to talk about. I'm sure you've seen him in the comments too. His channel is just A Surfer. Have you seen him? He's from Hawaii.
Yeah.
He comments on every one of my videos. The most positive guy that there is. I watch his videos as well. He posts like pack a day, short videos, but so positive and so encouraging. And even in real life, when I've had times where I pulled up to a Target at lunchtime or, after the bell, like 5 o'clock, and they're restocking and someone's there waiting for something, we're watching the restock, and we'll just have a conversation and I'll tell them about my channel. We'll get each other's number. Hey, you like baseball? If I'm out in the wild, I see some baseball, I'll snap a pic. I'll send you, hey, you can go to, this Walmart in this area, get that. And, oh, if you see the new football stuff, hit me up. And I've met several people like that in real life, in person. And we've been helping each other, texting each other. They reach out to me. They watch a video. If they want to buy a card or they want to, if it's just like, it's so positive. There's so many horror stories about scalpers and stuff, but I've had my share of run-ins with them, but most people are very positive. Most people very positive, willing to help. And that's the best part for sure, is the community. Everyone's been very nice.
Totally. And I feel like, people find your videos because of the cards, right? They search for a specific product, but they stay because of the person that's talking on them, right? That's behind the camera. And so that is also just an emphasis on the people are the most important thing of this hobby. The cardboard's fun. It brings us together. But if we didn't have a single other human on this earth and these cards were still printed, I don't think it would feel the same way as it does because of this community that you're talking about.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
YouTube is a very positive space in it. I would say even more so than, as you're talking about the unfortunate scalper run-ins, which you've had, and you handled super well on that camera. I feel like if that ever happened to me, I'm gonna like replay how you handled it.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, but I think the people are awesome. Besides scalpers, is there an area or an element that you wish was better in this hobby? Something that would be a little different?
Yeah, so there's this, so I put up a post, like a community post on my channel, maybe like a week or two ago, about this guy on Reddit. He spent $300,000 going into like high stakes breaks, and he was posting his results. The guy was profitable, like less than 10% of the breaks he was in, he was profitable. And someone in the comments section on that community post said, he was really brave to speak up about this. He blew himself $100,000 and he was humiliated on breaks. He blew $100,000. He was humiliated. He had to bring it up to his wife. And I think there needs to be more transparency in these breaks. It's so easy. You go on Whatnot, your cat crawls on your phone, and it's like one press, you're in. It's like you breathe a bit too hard on the phone, you're in the break. It's like, it's so easy to spontaneous, just boom, enter, just one click. And trust me, like with live gambling, it's like, it's just, they take advantage. There's no confirm anything. It's like you press a button, you're in.
Yep.
And you don't really know the type of odds you're getting when people are opening these hobby boxes, and you enter a break for $200. You just assume that's fair. They did the math for you. It's like there's no real transparency, and there's no help. Like Whatnot and all these breakers, it's like they don't maybe advertise some kind of gambling addiction hotline or something. So I think there needs to be more transparency in breaks. I just know people get hurt. People in my family have been hurt by gambling, and it's like with breaks, there's not much of that. There's not much help or transparency with the odds. So yeah.
Well, and it's one thing. So let's say you got into a break of just a single box, right? This doesn't happen often, but you could go on eBay or 130 Point and figure out, okay, here's the price. Here's the divided element of, what I'm getting value-wise off of this box. That's a simpler math equation than what happens often, which is the mixer stuff, right? This couple products here, this year, this product, and then you have to do way more. Okay, these four plus divided times, and it's like you could easily just say, well, hey, this seems like, it's a price that I'm okay giving up with right now, but you don't have to just think in this one single moment of, should I spend my money on this break? There's countless options, right? And Dgen shows you show them all, right?
Oh yeah.
To think, hey, what should I get involved in? And you're right, especially I've talked to a couple of non-sports cards podcasts to try to get new people coming into the hobby, right? And always they'll ask like, hey, when's a good time to start buying or to like get in? And my advice is always take a note right now, whatever the day is that you're hearing this, in your calendar, 1 year exactly from now, consider buying a card, because it takes so long to understand things and to not get taken advantage of, as you're saying.
Oh yeah.
You think you can learn it really quick because it's like, oh, here right now it makes sense, but some thought, some delayed gratification can really allow you to actually succeed and have fun in this hobby.
Yeah, no, that in stock trading, time in the market is better than timing the market. That's like the first thing you're taught. You gotta know when you're trying to invest in cards and you're trying to buy low on a guy or something. You got to know you're going against a bunch of killers out there that know their stuff, have been in for a long time. If you're thinking, oh, this guy's a great bargain or this guy's going to do well, a lot of people are thinking it too. And yeah, when it comes to buying products, you definitely want to watch. You definitely want to know where you're putting your money. That's the smart thing. Don't be like me sometimes, where I just buy something because it's new. But yeah, definitely, definitely learn as much as you can about it. Constantly be learning every day. Try to learn something, little thing, and know where the value is. Know where the value is.
That's a great point. Well, hey, as we wrap this up, Dgen, is there any other thought you'd want to give to the people? Something that would help them understand you, understand your perspective on the hobby, just a word of wisdom to send off on.
So yeah, I honestly, before I started this channel, I had never even used Adobe Premiere once. I've never spoken on camera like this. I've never done any kind of nothing. This is all, I started as a total novice in everything. And seriously, if I could do something like this, so can anyone that's watching this right now. Trust me. Believe me, when I look at my sub count, it makes no sense to me. I feel it's imposter syndrome, but seriously, if I could do this, you guys give it a shot. You could do it as well. And I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, I think a lot of times people have this idea of, I need to know exactly where I'm going to land the plane to start flying. And certainly, if you just heard our advice, we're saying be aware, research, do all this stuff. But my vision for the channel, as I started, is different as it's starting to become now, right? You just are in the thing and you try to figure it out as you go. And if you're going about it, having fun, having a budget, having a little bit of boundaries that help you understand what makes this work for you, you don't need to be shy about it. Something's going to happen. Keep trying. And it's a really fun part of the journey to just follow. And it's fun to hear you.
True.
I can't believe you're under a year. When's your year anniversary? You got to celebrate that thing hard.
Yeah. No, I think I started February, maybe.
Incredible.
Yeah, I don't get it, man. I really don't. I try to understand, but I don't know. I'm just gonna try to keep doing me and try not to deviate too much. Just try not to have any expectations. Just keep having fun, and as long as I'm having fun and people are having fun watching me, then it's all that matters. Really, it's all that matters.
Absolutely. Dgen, thank you so much for your time. Look at the description of this video right now. If you're not following Dgen Rips, all of that information is there. An incredible experience of any type of product you can imagine, and some you can't even imagine. The amount of things that aren't even sports related is fun to see as well. All right, y'all. Until next time, keep watching these 5C series and keep ripping. Peace, y'all.
Peace.